Yesterday I was repairing oil-filled radiator heater. Pelonis, name of company Pelonis. The black cover is mine. What I have with black cover, and you can buy a brand new one with white cover. It has two knobs. One of them is thermostat plus minus. Another one is a switch, which turned out to be a problem. And switch has 4 positions: 0, 1, 2, 3. All right, you will need to remove the long metal cover. It has one bolt on top. Top bolt goes through plastic cover. Plastic cover is about halfway down, and lower on the bottom 2 bolts. So you will need to remove. Do not try to remove plastic cover before you remove the long metal one. You're gonna need to have tester. This one is like $5 from, and that's a heater element. You don't mind the resistance. I check different resistance. Okay, we're getting to a diagram, which is the most important thing in this video. On top, you can see 120 volts from receptacle. Bottom is purple, is phase. Top is black wire, is neutral. And the top wire goes to thermostat, green thermostat. And purple phase goes to switch, red switch, to connection 2. Connections are numbered. There are 4 wires connected to the switch. And you can see current goes purple wire goes into switch to connector 2, and then switch sends voltage to connector 1. It's a white wire. It's yellow on diagram. So white wire goes to heating element, and connection L, which is brown wire, goes to another heating element. So there are 2 heating elements inside the big piece. I checked resistance and I got 9 ohms each. That's pretty strange. I believe they should be different, but that's what I measured. So first thing I did, I checked resistance of thermostat. It was connecting okay. Thermostat was working fine. Then I checked heating element, and it was fine too. So my problem was inside the switch. Switch was broken. You can buy one from eBay for about $15, but it's gonna take about 2 weeks to get it from China. So obviously I didn't want to wait, so I took switch apart, and it's very important that you mark everything. And I suggest using like a screwdriver and make like scratch marks, because I used marker, and the marks disappeared after I held it apart. I took it apart and I was trying to put it back together, and I did not see any marks. I used tester to check continuity between phase wire, which is purple, and white wire, and brown wire. So there was no continuity at all in any position of switch. Another problem which I had, the purple wire had like about ½ inch part without any insulation. I have no idea what happened to it. Probably it burned. I don't know. So I used electrical tape. I use scratch marks when you remove parts from that switch. It took me a while to figure out how to put it back together. You have to remove that square metal plate. There is a plastic square plate underneath of that metal. Then you will remove the plastic axle, and on the bottom you will see kind of like star looking copper plate. Make sure you know how to install everything back together. And the metal plate, the star looking metal plate, can be attached to the plastic axle in 4 different ways. You can also install it upside down, so it will be hard. So you better mark everything and scratch. Don't use marker. Marks will disappear. So what happened to my switch, you can see a little square window on top with the copper. It's kind of like a spring holding wire. So one of them was overheated and damaged, kind of. So what I did, I switched the copper spring from purple wire to the wire going to the bulb. So bulb wire has very low current and it doesn't need a lot of connection there. So everything works fine so far.